Alright guys, I am back, picking up right where I left off. I didn't go back and do countdown yet, because that might take me a couple tries, and I kind of wanted to get this part of the series done.
I'm still patched into Drake's comm system. I've intercepted enough radio chatter to learn that Drake's combat troops have overtaken the defense platform. Some of the original crew might still be alive, but I can't confirm that. I can tell you that Drake's deployed a laser defense net, which draws power from the platform's core. Rather enjoyed your company, James. Do be careful. Call out.
You're on a fool's errand, Mr. Bond. I've just locked the launch sequence. Nothing can stop Operation Nightfire, not even my own death. That's a theory I mean to test. You've already failed miserably. But tinker with my missiles if you must. It'll make a splendid target for my laser cannons.
James, the missiles. You won't be able to disarm the warheads in time. Your only hope is to sabotage the launch system in some way. You'll have to disable them manually. Each launch gantry has a weak coupling that you can melt with your laser.
I'll credit you with persistence, Mr. Bond. Persistence and failure. There are NATO launch sites on Earth which could challenge the arsenal on my island. Those bases will be incinerated. By turning these defensive missiles into massively offensive ones. I've kept my most hardened combat veterans on reserve, Bond. I'll let them finish you off. Remember that view, Mr. Bond. It's the last you'll ever see of Earth.
James, the missile launch couplings are exposed. If your laser takes the field to cripple the missiles. You've done it, James. The missile went out of control.
Operation Nightfire can't be stopped. Soon the only nuclear card on the table will be mine. There are far more missiles to disarm than seconds on the clock.
It can't adjust its course, James. You've done it.
You're on the wrong side,
Whoa,
Mr. Bond.
Mr. Boat got hit by that missile.
To make the Earth a much better place. Controlling the space station, I would like the balance of power. Imagine one of those corporations working for the advancement of mankind.
You've only a few seconds. Well done, James.
You continue to impress me, Bond. I could use a man of your resources. Why not join me?
James, that last missile blew the power regulators. Drake's laser has gone into meltdown.
Warning, power core approaching overload.
James, if that power core goes, the whole base will become unstable. Especially.
Wow, there are a lot of guys here.
Good work, James. The missile flew off course. Only 3 remaining. That missile got the station. The power system's going anywhere.
It's futile, Mr. Bond. How would you like to die? Slowly from a fraction oxygen line or a swift burn from the Earth's atmosphere? You may have stopped the fire this time, Bond, but like the Phoenix, I'll rise from the ashes.
The missiles are damaging the station. It's starting to break up.
So I'm gonna try an overdrive and see if I can hit him with this, because otherwise he's got a sentinel. Pretty sure I'm not gonna have much of a chance. Good, I did beat him. So I did that pretty fast. I had most of my health. I think my accuracy was decent. I was still hoping I get a gold out of that. There's not much else I could have done, really.
Shaken, not stirred. Or is it stirred, not shaken? Definitely stirred.
Astronomers from around the globe are reporting unexpected meteor showers. Well done, 007.
Then I'm sure the world won't mind my taking a few days off. We'll let the autopilot be our designated driver.
Oh, James.
Oh, that hurts. I killed 147 people. I think that number's wrong. I mean, I killed a lot of people. I did a lot of killing, but I don't think that's right. I didn't get any points from the time? That's weird too. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, well.
Working for over 20 months, the team at EA Games developed James Bond 007 Nightfire. 3 core international teams in the United States, England and Canada, programmers, writers, artists, designers and animators, collaborated to create an unparalleled James Bond experience. Adding to the fantasy, Agent 007 looks and feels just like the film star himself, Pierce Brosnan. Thanks in part to a laser scanning process that captured the features of his face using over 250,000 data points, Brosnan's persona as 007 brings the Bond film star into the hands of game players.
When you see Pierce Brosnan in the game, you see Pierce Brosnan. He's the epitome of James Bond, debonair, suave, charismatic. Came out great. And I think he brings a certain authenticity and personality to the character just like he does in the film. So when you see him wink or raise his eyebrow, you're definitely seeing the real McCoy.
Fast cars are another part of the James Bond equation. The Aston Martin V12 Vanquish. The Vanquish, also featured in this year's Bond film Die Another Day, sports a 6-litre V12 engine with a Formula 1 style transmission. It can go from 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds and reach speeds in excess of 190 miles per hour. To bring this amazing vehicle into the game, the design team at EA worked with Aston Martin to capture all of the exact specs and performance attributes of the car, then created a 3D mesh in the digital realm. From fast cars to beautiful women and exotic locations, James Bond 007 Nightfire is packed with all the elements that make it classic James Bond, allowing the player to live out the fantasy of the world's best secret agent.
So that was a nice little video for you there for beating the game. So on my own time, I'm gonna go back and get the golds for that level and the level before Countdown. That was really bizarre. Like, there's no way it accidentally miscounted that I killed 147 people, so... And it didn't give me any points for time, so I'm wondering if something just kind of went wrong. So, I don't know. We'll see. I guess I'll let you guys know when I start back. So this is part 10. So, 10 parts. I'll probably end up doing 20 parts because I'll go back and do all the platinums for the same levels.
Do it with intensity.
And I'll do them in order as well, so... One of those funny things, it's actually going to be harder to get the golds for those last 2 levels than it will be to get the platinums when I go back, because you get 100, I don't know if it's 100 or 150,000 for like collecting all the 007 tokens, which I'll discuss when we get there. But yeah, so when that doubles because of the stats, you either get anywhere from 300,000 to an extra 450,000, which, as long as you can clear 700,000, and I think I did in both, I just didn't quite get to the 750. You know, it'll put you over 1 million, because that's what you need. You need 1 million to get the platinum, and they structured it in such a way that you can't get 1 million without the 007 tokens. Even though I came dangerously close in, I think it was Entities Vanquished, I had like 943,000. So yeah, just one of those things. So when I start up part 11, it will be the Paris Prelude again, and we will be giving her for the platinum. I've got my GameCube hooked up to my thingamabobber there, the recorder. I am going to do the first 3 Resident Evil games that I'm going to do, which are 0, the original, well, I guess I should say the remake of the original, and I have Resident Evil 2 on PlayStation. I bought it for the PlayStation 3, like I have the original disc. I also have the digital copy. I also have the GameCube version. Why did I buy a game 3 times in a row? You know what? My PlayStation 1 disc doesn't quite work as well as it should. My GameCube disc, actually my GameCube works well, and when I bought Resident Evil 6, I bought the anthologies for some stupid reason, even though I own all the games already. Like, I own 5, I own 4. I've actually repurchased 4 on the HD version there too. So I ended up having the code for it, so I figured out why not. But enough about that, because that's not even the same game series here. Apparently this game had a lot of people, so I've got to keep talking. So the 007 games, I guess I'll keep it in this realm, but there's 007 games that I have that I'll be covering. Everything or Nothing. I will do GoldenEye Rogue Agent. It's not, I don't really like the game. It's by no means a 007 game. It just kind of borrows some of the other characters. I have Quantum of Solace for the PS3, and I have Bloodstone for the PS3. Quantum of Solace I'm not crazy about because it does follow the movie's plot lines, and I'm not a huge fan of that. But Bloodstone, not only is it a fun game to play, but it's also got its own unique story, kind of how this one did in I don't know, Everything or Nothing and Bloodstone are probably two of the best 007 games, as much as I love Nightfire. It was my first game on PlayStation 2, so it's a little nostalgic there, but still, you can't argue with, especially Everything or Nothing, the cast that they got, the locations. You do a lot of traveling, it's a lot more realistic. Especially with the vehicle driving, I noticed. It doesn't drive, like this one, you tilt the analog stick ever so slightly and it like veers off. And when you're driving around in like New Orleans and that with the Vanquish and Everything or Nothing, it's a lot more realistic. It, you know, it's kind of got some weight to it when it turns. So normally I would recommend you getting this game if you're into 007 or even shooters. I'm not a huge shooter guy myself, but I like 007, so I get into them. But yeah, this is my first kind of non-PlayStation game that I'm doing, which creates the issue of the fact that this isn't on the PlayStation Network. I'm assuming it's not on the Xbox Live Network. I can't imagine it'd be on one and not the other when, you know, 007's not mutual or console exclusive with anybody, so. Another thing too, if you're not, if you don't really want to watch me do the platinum run, then by all means, you know, don't. But if that's the case, I guess I should thank you now for watching. You know, I've already told you a bunch of other games that I'm going to be covering. So if you're interested in any of those games, by all means, subscribe. If you like this video, like it. You know, if you got something to say, give me a shout. And actually, anybody who saw my stats there, let me know if that's a normal thing. I guess I'll find out on my own, but meh. Let's open up some dialogue here. But yeah, let me know if you've ever had that in your game too, because that looked like it just miscalculated something somewhere and it all went straight to the gutter. Alright, it looks like this is it. So hopefully I will see you guys in part 11. If not, like I said, thanks for watching. The platinum runs will be a lot better than my normal runs that you saw. So if nothing else, that's something to look forward to. If you need some help finding the platinum icons as well, it's a great way to learn. Yeah, I will see you guys in part 11.